So, guys, have you ever heard of the Weatherization Assistance Program? Don't try to read this article.
I couldn't possibly. I saw a picture though, it was pretty sexy.
Oh yeah, it was a sexy picture.
WAP?
Can you repeat?
Weather Assistant Program? WAP?
Yes. So you are on the same line of thinking as one of as the Milwaukee County Supervisor who promoted this old program from 1976 called the Weatherization Assistance Program because no one was really paying attention to it, and he thought, hey, this is a great way to get people to pay attention to it. It has the same initials as WAP, the #1 hit.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
WAP.
WAP. WAP.
WAP.
Just for those of you out there, know that it's not how we pronounce it.
It's how they do it in Milwaukee. Have you heard that song WAP, don't you know?
Don't you know about the WAP?
Oh, dude.
The Philippines?
Don't you know?
Did you guys see Ben Shapiro talking about WAP?
No.
Yes, it was hilarious.
What was it?
It was so epic.
So
He's like the youngest old man ever.
But you only get several of those moments in your life.
he's like, a wet ass pussy. Really? A wet ass pussy. Really? That's America. Really? Like it's like
It is kind of sad that that's one of the most popular songs.
So it got a lot of controversy, as you might expect, because some of the older people living there and some new wave woke people.
Because they have daps.
Right, yes.
They have the dry ass.
Oh.
So they were talking about, it's a song so vivid and explicit in its description of female sexual fantasies that we can't even explain the title. They were getting very offended.
Why is that offensive?
They've never heard slob on my knob, that's why.
I don't understand why wet ass pussy is offensive. It's like one of the most gentle creatures on earth.
A female is singing it, not a man.
Is that really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Is there a
that.
song about a big hard dick though?
There's a lot of
There's a lot.
There are a lot of that.
I just gave slob on my knob.
Yes.
Like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job.
Lay on the bed and give me head.
That's cleverer though than just wet ass pussy.
I know, right?
Or just like, it ain't
They
no
used
fun.
poetry
Hold on,
back
wait,
in the
it ain't
good
no
old
fun.
days.
Or juggle, what? Ain't no fun if the homie knows. I can just pull up lyrics. We'll
But
just.
it's still not as straightforward
There's
as
some
big
clever
hard
stuff.
dick.
Macaroni in a pot. That's pretty clever.
That's pretty
That's
clever.
way clever.
And the garage line, I can't remember the
Yeah,
line.
park that big Mack truck right in this little garage.
Dude, every Madonna song is about like blowing dicks and getting pussy eaten.
Yeah.
So I get the art of it, but just saying wet ass pussies.
Again,
It's just literal.
Yeah.
should it be the most popular song in America? No. But
I like it.
But we're here.
I like it.
I love it.
I'm into it.
I was whopping.
This was the post that he had posted on his Facebook.
He's fucking with the times and he's clever.
Thank you.
He's clever.
Yeah,
That's marketing 101.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He's dope.
And he was just trying to bring
He's
some
like,
more awareness.
I'm up to date.
Yeah.
Wow. Each year,
Yeah.
communities across the country mark October 30th as National Weatherization
You know
Day. Weatherization Day is an opportunity to see more.
Yeah.
And so the weatherization, the WAP.
Is it just to like check your weather seals and plug up your holes in your house?
Yeah, it's to help low income households reduce their energy bills, and it supports thousands of jobs, improves the lives and property values of struggling citizens, and helps reduce the country's carbon footprint. So if you have some holes in your house, Clancy
Holes in your house. I got holes in my house.
But that is such a great way to tap into an age bracket that wasn't fucking caring about that at all.
How
Exactly.
fucking dare he though?
The old people in the back. Hold on, side note, to the people complaining, y'all know what it is. So y'all want to complain, but you probably listen to the song.
Right.
Yo, old ass, know the words, stop.
And they know, come on, they just haven't had it in a while.
That's right, because they got that dap, and they're mad because they're talking about the WAP.
I feel like every generation though
Dusty,
has a bunch
dry,
of old people
dusty,
getting angry at the
desperate.
music. So it's like, what the fuck?
But who has the time to write a formal complaint? Let's just get
The
that.
old people got the time. They do.
I'm worried about my grammatical errors if I'm writing a complaint.
Dude, they go to Coco's and they complain, and then they write a letter to Coco's like
Handwritten.
corporate. Yeah, and then corporate sends them like a $5 gift card and like, okay, I think you'll keep my business.
There was a TikTok I saw recently of someone like
on Facebook, whatever, commenting whatever to like some city, right? It was like the city Facebook, and it was like, how dare you guys support BOM, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if it was like a troll account that replied back, but it was like, oh, what do you have a problem with the Bureau of Land Management? What do you like? It's a great organization that helps us. And then the lady replies back, how dare you try to make fun of me right now?
First off, ma'am, why are you so upset? Take your blood pressure medicine, drink some water, and go to bed, Stephanie.
So he got written up by several articles, and one was from the journal Sentinel that noted comments such as "white male politician using sexualized black women's bodies to gain attention." However, the person writing it was a white person offended on a black woman's behalf. And then there's some support in the comments. One person said, "Ryan, I as a black woman found this to be witty and awesome. I'm sorry that boomer white ladies thought it best to tell you how to market a program that benefits all. It's a cool program, and the Milwaukee County supervisor thought he had a cool way to promote it." And then another woman wrote, "As a retired hoe who lives with holes in my house, I think it's witty and on trend."
It's called "I'm looking for the audacity of these people."
So he had to give an apology, and
I'm so sorry for having a sense of humor and being down with pop culture.
It's sad. He just wanted to bring some tension to it. He said,
It worked though.
It worked. We're talking about it.
He's on world famous JK News.
Now I need to check if I got holes in my house.
I got holes in my house.
We got holes in our house.
And you can get them fixed.
Too many holes in this house.
The remixes to the song are amazing.
So he says, "My original sharing of this press release contained an image which did not accompany the original text. My embellishment of that press release was meant to draw attention to both this excellent program and to a song which at its core message was about empowerment, reclaiming, and destigmatization. It landed badly. I'm deeply sorry that this added burdens of time and emotion to the exceptional staff that run this program, and I hope that no one has mistaken my conduct for theirs."
HR were like working really hard on that letter. Like they found that was really
He
good.
lost some sleep though. You could tell.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel bad for the guy.
It was mostly because the people that work on the program were fielding all of the complaints, and so he felt bad that they were like having to deal with all this backlash and getting yelled at and stuff.
I appreciate people that come off their high horse to understand what's going on in like pop culture and try to make it more relevant to shit that most of us don't care about. Would you ever care about any of those things? Probably not.
nah.
And he went and found a way for us to talk about it. And
I appreciate people who get offended for other people. Personally.
Yeah.
I do.
You love it.
The Sharons.
They're the best, man.
And actually,
You're here for the vibe.
this what's kind of ironic is this weatherization program hadn't been his chief like concern. This isn't like the primary thing he's been working on. Most of what he's been working on has been leading a crusade to defund the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office by denying them overtime and using their overtime money to fund parks, senior centers, and mental health services.
You know what? Even though he had to make a formal apology, it really shined light on who he is as a person. So big shout out to you.
To learn more about him. Good job, Clancy. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks that like you're only gonna reach a certain demographic if you play like so in between the lines, you know?
And most of those people,
So he was just trying to bring awareness to this program.
it's like that negative publicity is still publicity. And still, you know. But I don't even think it was bad. His intentions were not.
It's like the principal coming out the backwards hat, like yo, yo, yo.
He's trying his best. He's trying his best. I can appreciate that.
I know. I wish he was doing Tupac.
What is do you guys have a song that people use in like high school or junior high to like relate? Has anybody else?
What do you mean? Like an adult was like,
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Like when an adult was like,
Oasis.
"Oh, we got that,
Oasis.
that wow."
Juvenile, back that ass.
Baby
up.
Got Back.
Or-
that was
How
the
did they
one.
flip "Baby Got Back"?
Oh, you mean did I have a math teacher that tried to do that?
Do you know what I mean? Like, did you guys have any songs
I had
like?
teachers be like, don't go chasing waterfalls, you know what I'm saying? Just try to like find the algorithm of the situation or whatever. And you're like,
Really?
yeah, really.
Go chasing waterfalls, yo.
Yeah, like they're gonna reach us with that. And I'm like, dude, even we think that song sucks.
But you remembered. You remembered that still to this day.
and you've never chased a waterfall since.
And I don't even know what an algorithm is.
But you know what's funny though is like some of our teachers were like in their 20s and how they were so out of touch when they're not that many years out of college.
But were they out of touch, or were they just making it seem like they were out of touch? Because we didn't know their private life.
Or they could have never been cool.
Some of them were really in touch, and then they were dating the students.
Oh no, that's so true though.
Mostly guys though.
Yes.
We never had any teachers worth dating. They were not one.
I remember we had one miss in my 7th grade history class. She was very young and she was a beautiful lady. And then we went to Washington D.C. for our like class trip on spring break. And so she brought her husband, and all the guys in the class that normally try to flirt with her were like, "Oh, her husband's here. Oh, she brought her husband, Mrs. So-and-so." I won't say her name, but Mrs. So-and-so, why are you trying to make me jealous?
Oh my God, really?
My 7th grade history teacher was like a Gwen Stefani, and I had a huge crush on her.
Me too. I had a huge crush on Gwen
And
Stefani.
I always thought that like every time she wanted to talk to me after class or like talk about I thought she had a crush on me. I'm like, I know you love me so much because she's like this much taller than me. But I know you want to marry me. I know you want to leave your husband for me.
Oh, that's where his head went. Marry me. I'll cook dinner for you every night.
And then when it gets scary, is the chick's like, "Yeah, I do.
Oh gosh.
I do. Really do."
That's how all the female teacher ones go. It's always
know.
like,
That's when it gets
Did you
scary.
ever notice those teachers are? What's the appeal? I don't. What's
To the young boys?
No. We know the young boys, but like those. Why? The ladies?
The chicks are pretty hot.
Like 20. They're very attractive. They seem to be very attractive.
The kid, that's the appeal, but then the other way around.
yeah, other way around. It's like,
Maybe it's like, oh, I can still catch someone young. You know what I mean?
But she's young. A lot of the ones that I've seen are young. The men seem older. The women
I
seem
think
younger.
it's repression because probably in high school and middle school, they really didn't have an active social life or any of that shit, and so they're trying to fucking get some of that mojo going or whatever.
definitely a psychological issue.
Yeah. And they want someone to put them on a pedestal, probably.
Oh, because we had nobody at our school. There was like no one to have a crush on. Like none. Not even
All the teachers at your school right now are like, oh, fuck.
Thought it was fucking like at least an 8.
I mean, I had one person I had a super
Oh, you
crush
gave
on.
them some hope. I like that. I like that.
We
Yeah.
did have one teacher that was old, and she thought she was fine. Do you remember her? She was like an English teacher. Like every year she was.
Oh, she was always wearing like she was showing off her leg.
Yeah, she was always a Playboy bunny.
Yeah.
So she would wear like
Stop. She was
Yeah.
a Playboy bunny to
Yeah.
fucking
One Piece baby.
school.
Yeah.
with bunny ears and then with the fur thing, and she was like 65.
She was like wrinkly as hell.
Stop.
She was like a fit grandma, but it was like
That's
too much.
life.
Yeah, and so she thought all the dudes probably liked her, and then everyone's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
I had, not even kidding, I had a teacher named Miss Cumby, and we were all like, every time she said her own name, we're like, because she taught the wrong age. She taught 12-year-olds. Wow. So every time we heard her say her name, we're just like,
Do you think teachers know that when they walk into the classroom, like, yo, this is a terrible name to have?
Yeah.
I would have changed my name just like to our faces, just to get it over with.
Yeah.
What's the best? That's a really good teacher name.
Cumby too.
Oh,
Cumby.
really?
Who has that name? Miss Cumby does.